All right, 2 o'clock. I'm going to let people in.
Can you change the slide? Oh, great. Hello all, thank you for joining us. We're gonna wait just a minute or so to allow everyone to join the webinar, and then we will get started here shortly. Okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Anthony Corson, and I have the pleasure of serving as the director for the College of Health and Human Sciences Student Success Center. I'm here to welcome you to our live webinar on advising services for our college. I would like to first share that attendees will not have video or audio today during this event. This will allow attendees to focus on the information that is being shared during our presentations. You will, of course, have an opportunity to ask any questions you have during the last half of today's event once we begin the Q&A session. However, the chat feature of the webinar for now has been disabled. So please do not attempt to communicate through Q&A functions of the Zoom webinar until after all presentations have concluded and the Q&A session has begun. Let's talk more about advising in our center. Our Student Success Center serves as the central point of contact for all newly admitted students to the college. In other words, we are the folks that will work with you during orientation this summer in June when that begins. Later in the webinar, our academic advisor and programs coordinator, Talisha Teague, will provide some specifics on summer orientation. Please keep in mind, however, that today's event is focused on providing information about advising services in the College of Health and Human Sciences, and not on advising for fall. During orientation this summer, we will go into specifics about class selection for next fall, whereas today's event is dedicated to learning about advising resources. In regards to the type of advising we provide, we are the team that provides general education advising for students in our college and can answer questions related to academic policies and procedures on campus. We are also quite knowledgeable about your major and can get you started on advising in the major. We work very closely with faculty advisors in the major departments and can refer you to them for specific questions related to your major, such as upper division major classes, mentoring in your field of study, internships, how to request course substitutions, etc. Often the words college and university are used interchangeably, but let me explain a distinction between these two terms and what they refer to here at SJSU. University refers to the entire SJSU campus, including all the various service units, such as financial aid, housing, etc., as well as all the academic colleges. You can think of San Jose State University as a universe of colleges. The College of Health and Human Sciences is one of the colleges represented at the university, and each college has its own Student Success Center. But of course, we like to think of ourselves as being the best Student Success Center on campus. At least we try to be. And we hope to prove this to you here today and during orientation later this summer. The College of Health and Human Sciences is an umbrella term referring to all the majors in the various departments and schools within our college. Here's a quick listing of the undergraduate programs housed in our college and for which our Student Success Center provides advising services: kinesiology, nursing, nutrition and packaging, which are in the same department, public health and recreation, again, both in the same department, and social work. Our graduate level programs offering master's degrees and doctorates include the various departments already mentioned, as well as audiology, which offers a doctorate, and occupational therapy. So our services in the Student Success Center focus on providing advising for students in these majors. Our College Success Center, the CHHS Student Success Center, has a unique team of caring professionals looking forward to meeting you. Very shortly here, the rest of the advising team will be introducing themselves so that you can get to know the professionals who are invested in your student success. But before then, let me quickly review the agenda for today's event. We began with the welcome and opening remarks. This is going to be followed by a video presentation on our Student Success Center services. And after that, our team will elaborate on some important specific advising topics to be aware of. And then lastly, you all will have an opportunity to ask any questions that you might have during our Q&A session, to be moderated by our programs coordinator, Talisha, in conjunction with the rest of the advising team. Finally, I will share some brief closing remarks and reminders on how to stay connected with our center. So next, let me turn it over to our health professions advisor. Hugo, please take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hugo Mora Torres. I'm a health professions advisor as well as an academic advisor. And it's a pleasure to have you join us on our webinar today. And I look forward to working with you all the way through graduation. Thank you so much. Let me have it turn it over to Talisha now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Hugo. Hi, everyone. My name is Talisha Teague. I am an academic advisor and the programs coordinator for the Student Success Center. Congrats on your admittance, and I look forward to working with you this summer. And now I'm passing it over to my office neighbor, Jeremy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Talisha. My name is Jeremy Hansen. I am the graduation specialist for the department, in addition to doing academic advising. Glad to have you with us today. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Hopefully we can answer some of those. And now I'm going to pass it off to Sonia.
Thank you, Jeremy. Hi, everyone. My name is Sonia, and I'm also an advisor with the College of Health and Human Sciences. My role will be mostly focused on working with students in their freshman and sophomore years. However, I'm still very, very excited to see you all have fun. And I'll hand it over to Dennis.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dennis Kamakana. I'm also an academic advisor here at the College of Health and Human Sciences. Similar to Sonia, I'll be working with students in their first 2 years here at the college. Looking forward to meeting you all and seeing you all on campus here soon. I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Tony.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dennis. And thank you all for introducing yourself and your role within our center. Next, let's turn our attention to the video presentation on our center's services to learn more about who we are and what we do. Jeremy, can you please get the video started, please?
Hello, future Spartans. Welcome to San Jose State University. We are the College of the Health and Human Sciences Student Success Center. We are one center with 2 locations in Macquarie Hall and in the Health Building. Academic advising services are available via phone, in person, and through Zoom, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Fridays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our center's mission is to be the central point of contact for all new and continuing students pursuing a College of Health and Human Sciences major. We provide resources and academic advising for new and continuing students to develop the skills and knowledge necessary to achieve academic success and graduate in a timely manner. We want to support your graduation goals and can work with freshmen and transfers to create graduation plans with your goals in mind. Our vision is to continue to seek innovation in advising and student success in order to facilitate students' timely graduation from San Jose State and to help prepare them for graduate school and pursue career goals. Here at the Student Success Center, our team of advisors serve all College of Health and Human Sciences majors. We also serve students who are interested in our majors, which include kinesiology, nursing, nutritional science, dietetics and packaging, public health and recreation, and social work. At San Jose State University, you will have two types of advisors on your team: Student Success Center advisors and College of Health and Human Sciences department advisors in the major. Here in the Student Success Center, we are known as General Education or GE advisors who can help you with GE advising, semester planning, graduation planning, my progress report discrepancies, the international experience requirement, petition and form questions, academic policies and procedures, health professions advising, and preparation for the major. You will also have department advisors, also known as your major or faculty advisor, who is an expert in their specific fields. They can help you with major course planning, graduation check-in, substitution petitions, adding or changing a major or minor, internship guidance, career guidance, grad school planning, and mentoring. Interested in a health professions career? We also specialize in health professions advising, which include career and graduate school advice in audiology, occupational therapy, pre-nursing, physical therapy, physician assistants, and so much more. Kristen Keller, who is our Career Center liaison, offers appointments for College of Health and Human Sciences majors. She specializes in career advice, offering assistance with researching your career, internship and job search strategies, resume and cover letter writing, LinkedIn profile development, finding mentors and developing professional networks, interviewing preparation and practice, and exploring graduate school and post-grad options. Now please grab your phone and take a picture or screenshot this slide. This is how to make an appointment with us, your academic advisors in the College of Health and Human Sciences Student Success Center. You can self-schedule online through Spartan Connect or call us at 408-924-2910 or 408-924-8601 to make an appointment. And be sure to stay connected to us through social media, where you can get up-to-date information on workshops, info sessions, online fairs, presentations, and so much more. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have a YouTube channel at CHHS SSC, where you can find video tutorials on things like class selection and class registration and live stream past events.
All right, I hope you all enjoyed watching the video. Let us next elaborate on certain topics from the video that we think you will find important as you join us here at SJSU. Next, I would like to speak to you more about what student success means to us, the difference between GE advisors and faculty or major advisors, and to briefly discuss our team of peer mentors. Jeremy here has already moved us to the next slide in our presentation. So let me begin by elaborating on what student success means to us. As you saw in the video, student success means helping students to graduate in a timely manner in a major reflective of their strengths and career interests. But it also means having a caring professional advisor by your side to help provide answers to questions not easily found online, especially as it pertains to class selection and academic support, as well as providing assistance with crafting an educational graduation plan, specifically tailored to your needs. These are our areas of expertise, so please do take advantage of our services in the fall. There's also more that we can do to assist you, beyond simply helping you to enroll in courses. We are also excellent problem solvers. For this reason, we want to build a meaningful relationship with you and to help you navigate not only university requirements, but also to discuss career and how to take advantage of opportunities on campus. There may be issues that arise that are non-academic in nature that we may also be able to assist you with. So please be sure to visit our center throughout your academic career, and I suggest at least visiting us once per semester. If we do not know the answer to your question, we will assist you in finding the answer on our campus. Also, as you heard in the video, we have two types of advisors in the college. We have general education or GE advisors found in our center, and we have faculty advisors, also referred to as major advisors, in our various major departments in the College of Health and Human Sciences. We work hard in the college to provide seamless advising. Each member of our team serves as a liaison to one of our major departments. This helps greatly with communication and updating information that needs to be shared with students. During your first semester or two, as a newly admitted transfer student, we will work closely with you to assist you in meeting a very important component of your degree here at SJSU, the Upper Division General Education requirements, otherwise known as SJSU studies. That is because these are Upper Division GE requirements that can only be met at SJSU and not at the community college. We in the center assist students in selecting courses that can double count for both Upper Division GEs and major requirements. In this way, we can help you to streamline your degree and shorten your time to graduation. Once you are done with your Upper Division GEs or SJSU studies, you will work more closely with your major advisor. But we are always here to answer questions about academic policies and procedures. We all know the major well and will get you started and help you to keep moving along in the major. But for specific detailed questions in the major regarding internships, senior seminars, etc., we refer you to faculty advisors in the major departments for further assistance. Also, if for some reason you are missing lower division general education courses or prerequisite courses for the major after transferring to SJSU, please check in with us. We can help advise you on how to meet those requirements. Lastly, I would like to briefly mention our team of peer mentors who are students like yourself. They work at our front desk and also with students one-on-one in online sessions for mentoring on time management, study skills, etc. Our team of peer mentors assist with our academic support program, which aims to help students who have dropped below a C average or below a 2.0, and they help them to return to good academic standing. This is because maintaining a C average or a 2.0 GPA is a graduation requirement. Not that we anticipate anyone attending here today will need this assistance, but if you do, we can provide that here in our Student Success Center. And our peer mentors excel at mentoring students in developing an awareness of one's learning style through certain tools and how to apply that and develop it better and in accordance with the study strategies that will help them leverage their learning style best towards the courses that they are taking. Next, let's give our attention to Hugo's presentation on health professions advising. Hugo, please get us started.
Thank you, Tony. So as the slide says, we offer comprehensive academic advising specific for careers in occupational therapy, physical therapy, nursing, audiology, physician assistant, and so much more. Sometimes embedded among your peers, transfer students, you'll find a pre-med, so an occasional dental student, pre-dental student as well. So our advisor are versed in all these health professions advising. We will incorporate your major advising at this point, as well as the prereqs for these programs. And so we're actually very well trained and up to date on the latest developments with regards to all these health careers. Next slide, please. Now, you're all transfer students, which means you only have about 2 years, maybe a little bit more before you graduate. Some of you will be applying to graduate programs your senior year, others are going to take a gap year, which means we don't have a lot of time to get you ready. We don't know how much information you got when you were at your community college. Probably not a lot. And some community colleges do have decent pre-health professions advising, but we don't assume that. So anyways, given that starting point, we offer a lot of information sessions where we bring programs to campus, such as this past semester we had UCSF Doctorate in Physical Therapy, and about 2 or 3 weeks after that, same semester, we hosted UC Davis Masters in Physician Assistant Study. Both those sessions were recorded, so in case you missed it, later on when you meet with us, we'll show where those recordings are at. And we're gonna continue offering those wonderful, engaging sessions every year, every semester that you're here. We also offer application workshops. Applications to these graduate schools can be complicated. They have components such as letters of recommendation, personal statements, they haven't met all the prereqs, et cetera, when do I apply? We go over all those components at these application workshops, and we give you tips on how to do these things in the best way possible to represent your case. But one of the most important components of an application is the personal statement. So many students have writing blocks. What do I say about myself? You know, what's going to really get me noticed? And these application workshops will hone in on those essential elements that'll help you create your best career narrative. And we have a bunch of other helpful tips, as you can see. I get excited about that. That's my forte. But anyways, all our advisors are equally trained, and we're looking forward to helping you all the way through graduation and hopefully into a health professional program if that's your career choice. Thank you for your time, and let me hand it over to Talisha.
Thanks, Hugo. So as the video mentioned, Kristen Keller, she is our Career Center liaison for the San Jose State Career Center, who offers in-person and virtual appointments specifically for our College of Health and Human Sciences majors, such as yourself. So like the video mentioned, the Career Center offers resume writing services and mock interview sessions, but also the Career Center for starting this semester, they actually hired a photographer to provide you a professional headshot for your LinkedIn profile and for all of your social media pages. And there's also a new program called the San Jose State Career Closet, which helps students put together your very first professional outfit. So when you are interviewing, you are dressed and ready to go. So when you get admitted for this fall 22 semester, be sure to make an appointment with Kristen or anyone else in the Career Center. You can follow up with them and for more information, log on to www.sjsu.edu/career center. And you can get up to dates on career fairs, job internship opportunities, all through for the fall and spring semester. Next slide, please. So again, be sure to stay connected to us through social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Our tagline is CHHS _SSC. And we also have a YouTube channel. So those sessions that Hugo was just mentioning, as well as my sessions like our LinkedIn 101 workshop we just had this past Tuesday. All of those past recordings are on our YouTube channel. How to register for classes at San Jose State, health professions workshops, networking workshops, LinkedIn 101 workshops, even tutoring workshops. We all have that on our YouTube channel. So subscribe. And also on our social media, we're posting scholarship opportunities, especially for transfer students. So definitely be sure to stay connected to us through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And now I'm going to pass it over to Jeremy, who's going to talk about the study abroad component.
Yes, thank you very much, Talisha. So as she said, I'm going to talk about the study abroad component of our college, otherwise known as the CHHS International Experience Requirement. It's a really cool chance for you guys to get some time traveling overseas and earning some academic credit. So just to start with some of the basics, all of our students in our college are required to take this and participate in an international experience prior to graduation, with the exception of nursing and social work majors. So the whole goal is to introduce students to an international and intercultural perspectives that are different from their own. It's an increasingly interconnected world, and employers have said they want students that have had these kind of experiences, broaching their bubble. So the CHHS views the international experience requirement as an opportunity for students to have an experience that they might not have otherwise. Scholarships are available through the dean's office. So I know automatically a lot of people are probably worried about the cost of this. There's a lot of ways that you can do to make this more doable for you, including these scholarships through the dean's office. Really what it is it's designed to provide a high quality global learning experiences that are flexible, affordable, and relevant to your degree and future career. And a lot of these classes that you can take through the international experience can count towards your major and general ed requirements, like I said. So what does the international experience requirement entail? Let's talk about that a bit. So the three main requirements of the international experience are traveling outside the United States. The program has to be a minimum of 9 days, and you have to receive academic credit for it. There's a lot of different ways that you can meet this requirement based on your needs and your situation, which is something, again, that we can always talk to you in the future about at an advising appointment at our center. One of the more common ways that people meet this is through our faculty-led programs, otherwise known as FLPs on campus. These are shorter term programs, often 2 to 3 weeks over the summer and winter sessions. Of course, you can do the traditional study abroad experience, such as a semester or a full academic year abroad. And then we also have options for people that may not be able to travel internationally for whatever reason. This includes our Virtual International Partners Program, also referred to as the VIP program. And this is through our alternative option. In addition, you can do community service to meet this requirement, or one of our domestic cultural programs. Think like alternative spring break. For those alternative options, though, it's definitely something that's need-based. So we really encourage you, if you find that this is something that freaks you out a bit, come and talk to us so we can help you out with making this decision. To kind of follow up on that, like it says at the bottom of the slide, don't panic. This is a really cool experience, and there's a lot of ways that you can accomplish it. And there's a lot of ways that we can help you with accomplishing it as well. So for more information on that and other things, you can always visit our website, which is www.sjsu.edu/CHHS-SSC. Have a lot of info on this site. Like I said, everything from broadcasting the events and workshops that we put on to information on changing your major, how to make an appointment with us, so on and so forth. Lots of great stuff there. And we regularly keep it updated. So definitely check back often, see what we're up to. All right. So I think I'm going to pass it back off to Talisha again now.
Thank you, Jeremy. All right, everyone. So we have about 30 minutes left. And now this next part of our forum is going to be the question and answer portion. So I know all of you are coming from your community college or university, and you might have questions about registering for fall 2022 semester. But our time here today is dedicated to helping you newly admitted students understand what advising resources exist in the college and how to access them. So therefore, this question and answer period will only be dedicated to general questions related to advising resources and academic support. But don't worry about those registration questions, because guess why? We will be seeing you, all of us again, during summer orientation in June. So for transfer students, your summer orientation will be in about 2 months from now, and we will be addressing all of those fall 22 registration questions. So before we get started here, let me go ahead and give you some reminders real quick about orientation. So number one, be sure to complete the intent to enroll in next steps by May 1st, which is 2 weeks from Sunday. So be sure to complete the intent to enroll on Sunday, May 1st, because transfer students will not be able to register for classes until you attend that mandatory transfer orientation this summer in June, okay? So at orientation, you will receive group advising on general education classes and major requirements with us at the transfer orientation sessions, with one in June and the final one on August 5th. Questions will be answered by Spartan Link, a mandatory pre-orientation module. So once you receive that invitation to start the Spartan Link after May 1st, after that Sunday deadline, make sure that you answer yes to the intent to enroll, sign up for your orientation date and pay the deposit. Then you will have that Spartan Link, that mandatory pre-orientation module, okay? Also, number two, it's very important that you complete that writing skills test, also known as the directed self-placement exercise, before your fall 22 enrollment date. Again, be sure to complete that writing skills test, directed self-placement exercise before you enroll for your fall 22 classes, or preferably before your orientation date. We can't tell you how many students do not complete that exercise, and that's actually a prerequisite for a lot of your classes when you're going to be enrolling for fall. So you get that exercise done in a timely manner, you go to orientation, you're able to enroll for your classes after your summer orientation. So if you all have questions about registering for classes during the summer, you'll be able to make an appointment with us after you have attended your mandatory orientation. Tony will be going over our social media again at the end of this session to let you know how to get in touch with us. So we hope to see you at San Jose State, and I'm going to go ahead and open the forum for questions. So I think I just answered this. When will be appointed an advisor? Hugo, do we have specific advisors?
No, you have 2 advisors, but you're not assigned an advisor. And all this will be explained when you have the department orientation. But you're going to get multiple messages of this. You have your major advisors who are faculty. Then you have us who are well-versed in all your majors, but our main goal is to escort you to graduation, to look at your GEs, to look at your transfer credits, to make sure everything's there. If something's missing, we'll advocate on your behalf, or unfortunately, I have to give you the bad news. You still need one more class from GEs or something like that. It's rare, but it does happen. So our goal as advisors is just to be there whenever you need us. You're not assigned any specific advisor. You actually have 4 marvelous choices. Mm-hmm. But we do work collaboratively with your major advisors. As a matter of fact, each of us are liaisons to each department. I'm a liaison to kinesiology, Talisha's liaison public health, et cetera, et cetera. So we are, we're in constant communication with our departments. We try to provide kind of like Venn diagrams. We're in charge of X, Y, and Z. Advisors are in charge of X, Y, and Z, and there's a big chunk in the middle where we overlap, just to make sure there's no holes in your advising. But you got to come and see us.
Right. And we'll go over again on how to make an appointment, and you'll definitely get that information at summer orientation. Tony, there's no questions right now. So can you kind of talk about what orientation and what they're going to be expecting?
Certainly. Thank you, Talisha. Yes, so transfer orientation beginning in June, with one transfer orientation being in August, on August 5th. We will receive you later in the afternoon after you attend certain events in the morning led by the campus. So there'll be a welcome in the morning. There'll be various sessions on different things that you all need to know. And then we'll receive you around 3, and we will do a general advising presentation. And after that, that'll last about an hour. And then after that, we will walk you down the hall to a smaller classroom by major so that you can meet with your major advisors. And that will be a group advising session. And there will also, in addition to the major advisors, be one of our representatives from the center present to answer any questions outside of the major. And then that will provide you the guidance that you need to register for classes for fall. And once you attend orientation, you'll have the ability to register for classes. Anything else, Talisha? Does that cover it pretty much?
That sounds good. That sounds good. And there's a question: how do I complete the written skills requirement? Once you accept the intent to enroll, and I believe, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, it's under the Spartan link. I think that's when they get the cue to complete that writing skills test, directed self-placement exercise, right? You have to do the intent to enroll, sign up for your orientation, pay the deposit, and go from there, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so you'll get that. You will definitely get that question or that link about the directed self-placement soon.
Yes, can I talk about that just a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the written skills test, directed self-placement, or WST-DSP, is a tool that the campus uses for you all to make a decision about whether or not you're ready for the upper division GE class, which is taught by your major. So it's major specific. It's the 100W requirement. Or if you think you might need some more practice in writing and therefore could take the English 100A class instead. And so you could take if you take the 100A class to get additional preparation for writing at the upper division level, please just know that that does not waive the 100W requirement. You'll still have to take the 100W requirement for your major after you complete the 100A, but that WST DSP will help you make that decision. And as Talisha shared with you, it's very, very important that you complete that before orientation.
Right, because it's definitely a huge prerequisite for a lot of their classes later on.
Yes.
There's a question I'll have if anybody wants to answer this. Is it better to focus on general education early and do major requirements later to better utilize any honors programs? I think it depends on the program, right?
Well, I think that, and also it depends on the student's particular where they're at in their academic career. So it'd be best for you to, share with, whoever you're working with during orientation that question again, and to bring your unofficial transcripts from your community college or the university that you're transferring from. And if we're unable to answer that at orientation, because it is group advising at orientation, then you'll be able to make an appointment after orientation in our center with one of our advisors, and we'll sit down, we'll look at what have you completed towards the major, what remains, and then we'll be better able to answer that question and help you decide, should I focus on GEs or should I, focus on my major classes? Probably it's going to be a combination of both. Sounds like that this person was interested in maybe completing the honors program through our upper division GEs. But what's helpful for that person to know is that when you meet with our advisors, we can quite often help you find classes that double count for your upper division GEs and your major. which you might not have the option for through the Upper Division GE Honors Program. But the Upper Division GE Honors Program has its own benefits too. So it's kind of nice to say that you went through an honors program. So we can talk more specifically about that when we meet with you during orientation and any follow-up advising one-on-one after that.
So I have can I add to that, Tony?
Please, please.
So your Upper Division GEs, also known as SJSU studies, have 4 components. Your mandatory writing course, 100W, but then there's also an area R, an area S, and an area V. We'll explain more during orientation. But you have 4 semesters to complete those. So you want to kind of spread them out, if possible, throughout your 4 semesters. That way you're not taking all writing courses in 1 semester. And then, you know, and when you meet with us advisors, and will be explained during orientation, your Upper Division major courses will also be spread out over those 4 semesters. And so it's really a blended plan of writing courses and major specific courses, which will get you through your Upper Division courses and onto graduation. So it's kind of evened out, spread out. So you're not like just taking all writing, all activity courses, all PE courses, et cetera, et cetera. We want to have you balanced and how you take your classes.
That's a good point. Good point, Hugo. Thank you for sharing that.
And it's a good all about balance and everything too. There's another question. So Jeremy, will advisors in orientation help me pick classes to stay on track?
Yes, definitely a good question. And Tony alluded to this a bit, but for transfer orientation, it's actually going to be group advising. So you'll be in there with a major advisor, representative from your college. And while we are representatives for the college, we're more of the generalists. We don't focus exactly into the field that you're trying to go into. So this major advisor will help recommend classes that transfers normally need to be successful in their first couple semesters, maybe shore up prereqs for the major that you still need to work on, which can happen from time to time. And to kind of build on the last question too, that's where you'd start filtering in maybe some of those GEs that you didn't get to at your transfer institution. Things like the American institutions, the PE requirement, maybe even a random GE here and there, like an additional area C. Those are often common things that we see missing from transfer students. 1 or 2 things here or there. So you'll definitely have a chance your first semester here to do that. But again, you will have a major advisor that'll tell you a lot about the classes that you're going to pick, the degree plan that you're on, things to look forward to in the future as far as getting certain classes done at certain times. So there'll be a lot of that at orientation for sure.
Yeah, and I'd like to piggyback off of that. That's great information, Jeremy. Yeah, so, you know, when you attend orientation, because it's group advising, as Jeremy shared, the information that's shared is meant to help students to make decisions about the classes that they should take in their fall semester. So you won't get that one-on-one attention during orientation, but don't worry if you have, you know, questions still after orientation, you'll be able to call the front desk for a Student Success Center, and you can meet one-on-one with one of our advisors, and then we'll give you that individual attention.
And to give some extra advice as well, you know, as a transfer student, you're going to be finishing up classes from this previous spring semester. Make sure to bring like a copy of your transcripts, just so we know which classes you've already completed. So, you know, say for example, right now you're turning in your transcripts and it's from your first semester to fall 2021. The spring 22 classes aren't going to be on there yet because the grades aren't posted. So bring a copy of that transcript and bring it and just, you know, have a list of your classes that you are taking this current semester in spring and maybe even in summer 22. So then that way, when we are advising you, we're just telling you not to take any classes you've already taken. So. Any other questions?
Yeah, these are all great questions. Please share with us what you're thinking, what you have questions about, anything that you're wondering about, what you can expect on campus. We'd love to answer those questions.
Yeah. And speaking of campus, they are offering in-person tours. Like I was taking a walk earlier and there's so many group tours going on. So for those of you who haven't been here yet, because I know we've been on a online format for the past 2.5 years now, definitely talk with student outreach and get a tour of the campus. It's beautiful. And of course, like we said in the video, we are the only student success center that has 2 locations. So. Any other questions? I have about 15 more minutes. Oh, here we go. For anyone, so classes we pick would be a mix of major courses and SJSU study requirement courses. Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah, because depending on your major, there may be classes that you certainly want to take in your first semester so that you're on time to graduation in 2 years. So for example, in public health, it's really, really important that you take Public Health 165A in the fall so that you can take the next section and then the next section and then the next section for 4 semesters so that you're on time for graduation in 2 years. So it's really, really important that you attend orientation so you get that information and enroll in the right classes for fall. But it will be a combination most likely of major classes and GE classes, upper division GE classes.
Yeah, and kind of like with social work too, with social work, there's very specific classes that social work major takes in the fall semester because they have fall only classes, spring only classes, and then of course in 2 years you're graduating. So definitely it's well, orientation is mandatory, so you really have no choice.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, if you don't attend orientation, you'll lose your matriculated student status and you'll have to reapply to the university. Yeah, so it's very important.
Yeah, very, very important. So yeah, so any other questions? Oh, here we go. Does the stipend program fill up a lot of our time outside of the time we are in school? Is it possible to work full-time and the stipend program? Tony?
I am sorry, I'm not sure what the stipend program is. Maybe that student can explain what they mean by the stipend program.
Is that through work study or? Here, we'll go to the next one real quick.
Okay.
What happens if the writing skills assessment is not completed before orientation, and what does it consist of? I think it's the directed self-placement exercise.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay.
So the directed self-placement is an activity that takes, or an exercise that takes about 20 minutes. And it's a good question asked because you're going to need to find a paper that you wrote during your critical, when you took critical thinking class, your A3 GE. Most people took English too. And you're going to upload that paper when prompted as you're doing the exercise. It takes about 20 minutes, and usually about a day or 2 after you've completed that exercise, you're able to enroll in your 100W course, if that's what is best for you. For some people, you may want to take an extra class to build up your writing skills before you take the 100W course. And that's what the activity does. It helps you think, it guides you through a thinking process where either you're going to confirm, I'm ready for the 100W, and here's my A3 critical thinking paper to confirm that I'm ready. And that's going to be like 90% of you. Another 10% are going to go through these questions, through this activity, and say, no, I think I need one more class just to make sure I'm ready for upper division writing. So I'm going to go ahead and take that LLD 100, and then I'll be ready for 100W. So that's the purpose of the directed self-placement. And it takes about 20 minutes, not a lot of time. And then shortly after that, a day or 2 after that, you'll be able to enroll in your 100W course if that's what your choice is.
Can I answer a question that was asked about the 100W class?
Yes.
The student asked, the 100W class is based on department. I would pick the one from the department associated with my major for the written self-placement. Yes, that is true. Jeremy's absolutely right about that. But just so you know that generally, we want you to take the 100W in your major, and it depends on what the major wants you to do, right? We have to check in with the major advisor in that major about the 100W. Sometimes, however, there are exceptions to that rule, and some of our majors will allow you to take a 100W class outside of your major. So that's why it's really, really important to attend orientation. You'll get that information, and if anything's unclear after orientation, then we'll ask you to call our front desk, make an appointment, and we'll meet with you to clarify.
Thank you, Tony. So the next question, is there online or hybrid courses in this college? Specifically, I'm thinking of social work. Well, I know with social work, they did have online and hybrid courses this semester, of course, because of COVID and everything. But traditionally pre-pandemic, because we're probably thinking like in pandemic during the fall 22 semester, there are going to be usually online courses. Historically, or I'm sorry, in-person classes. Historically with social work, they did have in-person, but I believe there might be online and or hybrid. Tony, have you heard anything? Is it pretty much going to be quote unquote back to normal in the fall semester as far as in-person classes? Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to answer the student's question about the stipend program. I was trying to look that up. So with your question that you just answered, in the fall, roughly 70% of classes will be in person, but 30% will still be online. That's a wonderful skill that faculty on our campus have developed over the past 2.5 years during the pandemic. Everyone knows how to use Zoom now. We're quite proficient at offering online classes. So we don't want to lose that ability altogether, because some students enjoy and appreciate being able to take classes online. But a majority of classes will be in person in the fall, about 70%.
Thank you,
You bet.
Tony. I think we have time for one more question.
Can I ask, were we able to answer the behavioral health
Yes.
stipend? Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. It's kind of multitasking. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Wonderful.
All right. So yeah, if there are no more questions. Okay. I think Tony, do you want to go ahead and talk about how to make an appointment and stay in touch with us?
Yes, I will finish us up here. Thank you so much, Talisha, for moderating the discussion. And thank you, Hugo and Jeremy, for helping me to answer questions, and also for answering questions in the Q&A. So I will finish up our program here with this final slide. So this does conclude our event today. Thanks again for joining us and for all the great questions. Before you leave, though, please take a picture of this slide here or screenshot it, because we want to invite you to stay connected with us through social media. And these are our social media accounts here displayed. This is because we hope you decide to join us here at SJSU in the fall, and therefore complete the intent to enroll process and next steps by May 1st. We're looking forward to seeing you this summer for transfer orientation in June, and even follow-up appointments after that. And so until then, please stay healthy, stay safe. We wish you all well, and we look forward to serving you and your academic advising needs in the fall. So again, thank you all for joining us. This event is recorded and it will be saved to our YouTube channel. Take care all. Oh, you know what? I see some questions here.
Yeah, for the where can we find the writing skills portion to complete? Yes, so once you complete your next steps to enroll before May 1st, after May 1st, you will get all of that information. And for those of you who are still here, this session has been recorded and will be uploaded to the ASD website shortly.
Yes, and I think next steps, just to answer Annika's question about next steps is the online platform that the university uses, specifically our admissions department. It's where you will go to sign up for orientation, pay your deposit, and after you do that, you will be able to complete the written skills test, DSP, And then we'll see you during summer orientation. I don't know if Talisha, you can put in the Q&A the link to next steps. Do you have that readily available for Annika?
I could.
I just put it in there if anybody can see that.
Thank you, Hugo.
Okay. Great, thanks, Hugo. Annika, did that help? Do you have everything that you need? Just give us a quick yes in the Q&A if you don't mind. Okay, great, Annika. You have a wonderful one. We look forward to seeing you in June, okay? Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, all, great job. Thank you.
Yeah, this was